Africa Media, yeah. For news and entertainment, TDN gets the latest. TDN Africa Media, yeah.
Hello, and a warm welcome to TDN Africa Media. This is Salon Talk, the program where we always bring to you Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We really apologize for where we're not able to bring the program to you on Monday and Wednesday due to some reasons beyond our control. But we are back. Thank you for joining wherever you watch me from. Me, Diana Coca, and my co-host be online.
Na Theophilus Gbenda, Famode Una Adu from Kenema.
That's not the voice of my co-host, Theophilus Gbenda, as you join me live from Kenema.
Okay.
Credible information.
Number of issues. We will also look at the front pages of the newspapers where they're in front of we. Today we have to look at the 1st of December, when are the entry into the festive season, where plenty man can wait for. So happy December to everyone. And of course, we have to look at the November 26th insurgency in Freetown. We have to ask a number of questions because we the people are very, very concerned about what is going on, because we think say anything will go to the level where we need to expect and we need to suffer. They will also have to look at other issues that were related to this same issue. We have to look at those killed and those declared wanted. We have to look at that. They will have to look at the prison escape and the unprecedented example set by LAJ, where LAJ in something worthy of emulation with that. And the only thing is that LAJ has received a lot of acclamation for what it do, because a lot of other prisoners they will just be escape, don't follow suit, they don't turn themselves in, and some others have been grabbed along the way. So we go to Diana now for the front pages of the newspapers, and we'll get an analysis of the key headlines, and then we'll go to the program proper. Diana,
Yes, okay. We'll start off with the Salone Compass newspaper. On the front page of the Salone Compass, 2024 Finance Act. A knee on citizens' neck. APC MPs last. And also, SLCAA host 4th CODEVMET AFI project steering committee meeting. What hope for MCC? What hope for the MCC package? That's the question they're asking. What's the hope for the MCC package? The next paper is the City Hunter, and on the front page it says failed war on Cocoa Samba. PRA assures availability of petroleum progress. That's the Petroleum Regulatory Authority, PRA. From the City Hunter, we now take the Open Space newspaper, and the Open Space newspaper, as MCC Compact already approved, USA backs Sierra Leone's democratic stance. Mines Minister arrives soon with goodies from Russia. CSOs condemn coup attempt in Freetown. And in Saudi Arabia, Slender chief shines at news agencies summit. NASA pension scheme made simple. Now to the daybreak. Compromising his victory, Samuel Kamara bids farewell to State House. Our customers' protection is our priority. That's according to the EcoBank MD affirms. And okay, from the daybreak, we now take the Public review. On the front page of the public review, Coco Samba probe. Parliament condemns violent attack. Legal Link calls for public inquiry on Sunday's attack. Petroleum Regulatory Agency wants petroleum dealers insist pump price remains 30 leones. And EcoBank and African Guarantee Fund signed transformative $200 million risk sharing agreements. The Concord Times newspaper, security risk for judges, magistrates impedes court proceedings. In Segwema, Africell MD supports retailer with 5 kiosks, business expansion opportunity. And Human Rights Commission Sierra Leone strengthens collaboration with MDAs. The Independent Observer newspaper gets on in front page, ECOWAS ready to deploy a standby force. And German ambassador tours Unimtech. Premier News newspaper on the front page, it says shortage of drugs, breakdown of viral load machine undermine rights to life of persons living with HIV. Sierra Leone hosts 4th CODEVNet AFI Project Steering Committee meeting. U.S. envoy applauds Sierra Leone for defending democracy, and Human Rights Commission Sierra Leone holds workshop on role of MDAs in fulfilling human rights obligation. The Owl newspaper over Sunday's attack, former Vice President breaks silence. EcoBank and African Guarantee Fund signed transformative $200 million risk sharing agreements. And Freetown Mayor engages climate youth activist on the eve of her departure to COP28. Moyamba APC MP leads charge for improved healthcare road infrastructure. The Global Times newspaper, Bo gets a new LUC. APC, hungry and desperate for power. Wawa boost Kailang women farmer groups. And Human Rights Commission engages MDAs on human rights obligations. Well, that's the final paper for this morning. Now some of the headlines will be country now from some of the local tabloids we published today. So we'll start with the review of the local newspapers.
All right. Thank you so much, Madam Diana, for taking time to go through the newspaper headlines. Quite interesting headlines. We will just rub more a few of the catchy ones there. This one say ECOWAS standby force. You know, so ECOWAS standby force in the first place is nothing to rely upon. So therefore, we have to rely on our own local dynamics for ensure say SALONE is peaceful enough and that we reduce the chances of the country going into any violent situation. We don't rely on outsiders. We don't see multiple coups. Multiple coups don't take place within the African sub-region. ECOWAS don't threaten for go reverse the coup and nothing will happen. So we should not rely on ECOWAS. Dana, what do you think?
I think the same, that we not therefore depend on external forces. I think say we for don't reach at a level where we can able to handle our own internal situation. So I think we get a great role for play. We military get a great role for play in ensuring that Sierra Leone continue to remain safe and peaceful.
Okay. So now we go to another issue. Coco Samba probe. Well, Coco Samba na a drink. Some people say it common in Nigeria. Some people say it common in Ghana. But the long and short of it is that it is right now all over the country. It is all over the country right now, and plenty man they go in for that, mostly because of they say it gets some kind of efficiency, for add to man, it's, power, So most of the men they go in for them, and so it's all over the place now. And some man they even misuse them. Some man they take 2, some man they take 3. And this that thing by rights before it even circulates at the markets, Standards Bureau for them vet them and make sure say it is safe for public consumption or for human consumption, or even the pharmacy board for them look at them. But now, and only now we are say Coco Samba Day under laboratory probe, and it's not even clear who is doing the probe because Standards Bureau say not to them. They say that not fall under the jurisdiction. They say it fall under the pharmacy board. So why has the pharmacy board got to wait until people start asking questions about whether this thing is safe or not? Because already there are some negative, reactions. Some man they get rumbele, some man they get other things that we're not too pleasant health-wise. So all of this could have been averted had they done the needful for check whether Coco Samba is anything good for us. But everybody is going for it. Even when I came here, you see, banging the microphone, they go and announce how the thing good is, and nobody is asking them any question. Even the security personnel, they all go in for them. So so it's a serious matter, Diana.
Yes, this only came to my attention, I think it was yesterday. Me not ever come across the name Coco Samba. I'm not really familiar with this product. But somebody posted on one WhatsApp group say where people they go and talk about this Coco Samba, not too already, not to know drum. So I therefore show some interest and read saying there's some problem with them. As you say,
okay.
we get a lot for do as a country, before people begin use I should say there's a lot of advertisements where they don't advertise products like this. A whole country goes sit down, people they come bring products, can they advertise them, and they can use them as loudspeaker. They go all around, they advertise them, they make the product so popular that people they rush for them. So as a country, we need to do the right things, not to where things don't begin go bad, where they can't begin find way how for and they get for find solution. All the products here they come into the country. How do they come into the country? Who do they vet them? Who do get the responsibility for make sure say before it reach the customers and the consumers them, they don't make sure say it's safe for them. People they need for do their job. The fact is that people, the agencies, they do their job in this country as well. There's a lot of fake products inside this country as well, Mr. Theophilus, where they flood the market.
Yeah. So now, for CISA, there is no effective structure in place. You get a situation now where the Standards Bureau say no to them. They say that does not fall within the purview. It falls within the purview of the pharmacy board. But in terms of standards, I think to say pharmacy board and the Standards Bureau, they should be seen working
together.
Hand in glove.
Exactly. They should be exactly.
Because it's both about standard and medical. Both about standard and medical. So if standard get problem, then the medical self get problem. Why shouldn't there be a structure in place? And these guys are being paid for doing this kind of thing, and they're not doing anything about it. So it's all boils down to governance effectiveness. Because if governance is effective enough, such a situation didn't happen.
Exactly. Effectiveness and monitoring. They get for monitor.
Exactly.
Monitoring, very, very key, very important in all what we do. And that is there, so I just they talk, say, I'm not likely the way how the people that they do advertisement in SALONE, There are countries like Kenya and Ghana, they get off-peak period where picking there, certain adverts picking them up for a year. Just similar products like this, you go one motuka they pass, you want today, near school there, picking they go school in the morning as early as 8 o'clock, that motuka they pass all about, you want today, blah, blah, blah. It's so absurd.
It's wrong.
It's wrong. But what's with the country? We don't get no system in place as alone.
Yes. Even this Coco Samba thing, they advertise as Santem. Say you want go 3, I for take Coco Samba. Can you imagine? That for kill people now. Anyway, let's go to another issue. U.S. hails Salone's democratic stance. I mean, that's the recent thing happened. Recently something where U.S. say they hail Salone for defending democracy. So this is a very serious matter because when you talk about democracy, it should have no question hanging over it. What is democracy? Government of the people, by the people, and for the people. If any of that three elements they are missing in a particular democratic setting, then that democracy is under question. And even the US don't question the outcome of the last general election. So is it that we are hearing a double standard outburst, or it's something to go with? Because if you say you hail the country for defending democratic stance, then why are you posing question over our democracy, Dana?
It's somehow critical, you know.
I know.
But I think all they do now for just commend the government for take a very prompt action for make the situation not escalate to another level. So I think it's fair enough. It's in place.
All right, okay. So for me, I learned lesson from this. Our authorities should ensure that we see democracy at play. There should be no questions over our democracy. If there are questions over it, then some of us, we think twice whether to call it democracy or something else.
You're right, exactly.
All right. So now go to another issue. What hope for the MCC package? What hope for the MCC package? Well, this one, we listened to the U.S. ambassador recently. He said for pass the compact, it not give you automatic leverage. Forget the grant, and that forget the grant is a long distance. They say forget the compact is just a kind of first step. And that forget the grants now is a long journey, quoting the U.S. ambassador. So for now, we can only be speculative about the MCC grant of over 400 million United States dollars. Salone was almost there, and that the only condition where they be hang over we, now forget a free and fair election, the outcome of which has been questioned by the U.S. government, very responsible for the MCC grants, and also other governments like the European Union, the British government, and all of that. So are we still saying we are on the right footing, or we have missed the opportunity because of what happened during the election, Diana?
The US don't make it very clear. It's a process, a long process. We have a lot to do. Exactly. So for me, I don't think we're there on the right footing at all. We need to do homework well, which we haven't done. So government need for go back to the drawing board and try for see where the wrongs they make the wrongs them and try for correct the wrongs they did. If they're not do them, then I think there's no hope for we. I think it will take a very long time before we're able to achieve that.
Yes, you're right. Because like I said about this number one major criterion, for love to get the grant, a free and fair, transparent and accountable, peaceful election. So all the elements there were mentioned. Can we say they are all present in the last general election, or there were questions about it? What you will know is that there are questions hanging over it when even now, as we talk, the U.S. government is yet to congratulate our president. So and now we also get a situation we are in. We get a visa restriction in place. So we get so many other issues there, for handle. But I think to say the opportunity for get the MCC grant is lost, as far as I am concerned.
I think the governments need to take so many things into consideration, if they mean well for the people of Sierra Leone, you know, they put the interest of the state before all things, then they need to do the right thing.
All right. So this brings me to the 2024 budget, where according to one newspaper, they say this budget will only become suffering on the people. So the MCC grant was highly expected, to come in. Although the MCC grant is a campaign for address a desperate development aspirations of a developing country. We see how the MCC grants don't transform Ghana. We see how the MCC grant don't transform Senegal. We see how the MCC grant don't also impact positively on the development aspirations of other countries. So therefore, it is a very, very serious and major opportunity for getting the MCC grant as a developing country, but it doesn't come on a silver plate. Mm-hmm. You have to work for it. You have to work for it. So now, the 2024 budget speaks volume. In the 2024 budget, they already tell we say there is going to be more hardship in the year coming. So which means we should not look forward to the year 2024, with hopes, because it's already clear that things are going to be difficult. The imposition of the tax on rice, it's going to be very serious. The imposition on the tax on cement, iron rod, and some of things then is going to make even house rent going to go up. And now we already say the toll gates, the operators of the toll gates are asking, for an increment, in the fees of over 100%. So now they even put at over 200% increment for the toll gate. If government is going to allow that, then it is automatically going to increase, transport fares. It is going to make movement very difficult along the highway. We're not supposed to get any toll gate at all, because that's our major highway. There was supposed to have been no toll gate, a very bad arrangement by the past, APC government. Very, very bad arrangement. We make even now, the former president going in and coming into Freetown, he has to pay a toll gate. He has to pay toll gate. So on a major road, we don't get no other road. Why that particular road day? And it's surprisingly, the current president, during the campaigning, he said you can review this toll gate arrangement. Now, under in eyes, the toll gate is going to take a twist for the worst. But what we say here is that, it is a very serious matter that 2024, we already know for saying for post lot and lot of challenges on we in all aspects of life. Diana.
It's sad to hear, really, really sad that already in 2023, it has been a very difficult year. Ending the year 2023 has not been easy. Now, only by the grace of God, people don't survive this year. So, if it's going to get worse 2024, then I'm really scared, But we're hopeful. We just pray to God that things will work out well for we as Sierra Leoneans, them, But government...
Well, yes.
Okay.
Well, that is our prayer. That is our prayer. Absolutely, it's our prayer, and we can only. But see, some of these things, prayer not get much to do with them. Prayer not get much to do with the things they are. No, I'm telling you. They say prayer is the key. Prayer is the key. Like all solutions.
But in everything, you get to put God first.
Yeah, you got to put first, guys.
If we leaders, they put God first. If they be prayerful, certain things that they do not for do. Honestly,
but mind you,
if they fear God,
But Diana, that is the essence of the oath of office. When they take the oath of office, now to the Almighty God, so help me God. As they take the oath of office, is something different, completely different. So the fear of God is lost. We don't see how many prayers do not pray in this country. How many prayers? The pastor Mahmoud, the pastor, you name them. You know the broadcasters, the big names them. I just afraid you know the Nigerian
Yeah,
guys.
they might
They're all
Obot,
there around.
Bishop Abu Koma, they're all there.
All of them, all of them, all of them. The only thing you can see is that prosperity is written on their faces.
Yeah.
And yet their prayers are not creating the effects expected. So we are in a very serious situation where we can say we should not rely on prayer for solve very practical issues, such as having free and fair election. It does not take prayer. It takes men to do the right thing. Right? Such as running effective governance. It does not take prayer. It takes men to apply sincerity of purpose. If you say new direction, then please give us the new direction. Let's see it. Right? If you say you are running the country, as president of the nation, then let us see it. Let us not see people from one region, being relieved from their jobs just because of their region or just because of their tribe. We should not see that. Anyway, the long and short of it is that SALONE is on the crossroads. Let's now look at what happened on the 26th of November. It was a very, very serious matter, and we at TDN are dealing with it for the very first time, and so therefore we will focus on all the reports there where we don't go out, all the perceptions, all the discussions around the subject matter, all the actions or inactions, and all the kind of things. So now we look at the November 26th.
So before we move to that, this is TDN Africa Media and the program that SALONE Talk. Me na Diana Coca and my co-host na Theophilus Gbenda. Yes, he joined me on the line. There's a breaking news here. The government of Sierra Leone don't sign a major MOU for kickstart the process for the construction of the Freetown Lunge Bridge.
Okay.
So I will just read a short portion of the public notice from the Ministry of Information and Civic Education. It says the government of Sierra Leone is pleased to announce the signing of a memorandum of understanding in Freetown with the Chinese company, China Road and Bridge Corporation, and the architectural firm of the Atipa Group for the construction of the Freetown Lunge Bridge. The Freetown Lunge Bridge will be 3 kilometers long with an estimated investment cost of about $1.5 billion. The project is part of His Excellency. The project is part of His Excellency President Julius Maada Bio Big Five vision to improve Sierra Leone's technology and infrastructure link the capital with the important Lunge Airport hub and ease the transport flow of international and local travelers. So that's just a short portion of the speech. We will get the full details on Monday. We will read out the full press public notice will come out from the Ministry of Information and Civic Education. So part of His Excellency Big Five.
Yeah, indeed. It actually talk about technology. I don't know if the bridge is something we can label as technology. But anyway, they have the right to. But he said the Lunge Bridge has always been a very controversial matter. Yeah. So if President Bio is taking the move towards having it, then we look forward to it. Some of we get with doubts as to whether we really need the Lunge Bridge. But since the president is there as the man in charge of the government of the affairs of the state, we cannot say no, sir. We can only wish him well. We can only wish it not to be another toll gate situation, because the toll gate was a very bad deal. We also hope that the Lunge Bridge will not be another bad deal, because menu is going to be a build, operate, and transfer Chinese people are going to be in full control of it. They are going to build it. They are going to operate it for a couple of years. And then they are going to transfer it to Sierra Leone, and it's 1.5 billion. That make one laugh. Now the emphasis on the billion, they were then emphasizing 1.5 billion United States dollars for a 3 kilometers road. We still wait for see who's it go start and who's it the end, Dana.
Well, now wait and see. God will keep you alive for see this Lungi Bridge.
In Jesus' name. Well, it's not going to take long. It's not going to take long. It go there within the president stay in power. So
I think that will be part of the legacy where you are left.
Well, okay, let's see whether it will be a useful legacy, because look the toll gates.
Okay, TDN Africa Media, you listen to Salone Talk on TDN Africa Media. Continue for stay connected with we as we go start the program. The issues they now for discuss, some of the issues them where we highlight inside the program today. So continue for stay connected with we as I join again my colleague Theophilus Gbenda.
Yes. So like I say, the Lunga Bridge, the toll gates.
Seems to be some. Oh, they get some small technical problem, but definitely it will be sorted very, very soon, and we go continue with the discussion on Salone Talk. So stay connected, not go anywhere as we continue the discussion.
Yes. All right. Yes.
Yeah.
So, So like I say, talking about legacy, right? We always see the toll gates left behind by former President Ernest Bai Koroma. Can we call it a useful legacy or a socio-economic burden? For me, it is nothing but a socio-economic burden, right? So we can only hope that the so-called Lunga Bridge will also not be, a legacy one will refer to as being useful, Diana.
Exactly. So we hope that
Yes.
the Lunga Bridge will be very useful to everybody.
We hope so. All right. So, you listen to TDN Africa Media. We're live on Facebook and YouTube. We please ask you for like, subscribe, and share. We post them, and always be part of it all. When you subscribe, it's good because you can always get alerts of every program what we do. Okay? So now we'll go straight now to the major issue of the day, the November 26th insurgency in Freetown. Diana, are you set for that?
We can. Let's go.
That's good. So there are so many questions. One question: what was the motivation? What did lead to that? Was it a planned coup? Because the government, in the recent media engagement, they refer to them as an attempted coup. But wait, the military when they're responsible, for the whole overall security architecture, they say it was not a coup. It was not a coup, said the military. And then the I verify, they refer to them as robbery. So,
but are they in the position to determine? Is I verify the position to determine what happened? I don't think they have the capacity to do that too.
No. The husband, there was a claim of it being an attempted coup or whatever. So let's I verify.
By the government. The government say it was an attempted coup.
Yes.
So it is confirmed by the government.
No, but the military. No, who can you trust in security matters? The military. The military.
So why should there be conflicting reports? Why should the government they give different statements and the military they give you another one? I think in a situation like this, both parties, the government and the military, forget a joint statement. Therefore, issue out a joint statement. You know, one of they give you one story, then the other one they give you another story.
So that is all the reason. That is all the reason why / I verify. Don't come in between. I say no, it was robbery. It was nothing but robbery. So I think they make it easy.
No, I'm not going to support /
This is a very serious matter, Ghana, because the security of the government is in the hands of the military and the police.
Mm-hmm.
So if the government say attempted coup and the military say no sir, it was never an attempted coup, then the question is, why should the government and the military clash over such a sensitive matter?
But if I don't, I'm sorry. The very first interview with BBC, the minister did not say it was a coup, attempted coup. The minister of information.
Exactly. So why now? Why now? So you see, so it's a very serious situation that we have a government and the military when they talk from two wavelengths. The government says this and the military says that. It's a very serious issue. It has a whole lot of security implications, and therefore I am not surprised that I Verify calls it robbery, Diana. They make it easy for all. Because if the military say it was not a coup attempt, then what was it? What was it? What was it? So we are very much concerned that the military and the government, they disagree on this particular thing here. Maybe let's say and the public demand for know exactly what was it.
Exactly.
And because the military and the government cannot speak from different tongues.
Mm-hmm.
They should just like what you say, it's either this military speaking or the government keeping quiet, or the government speaking and the military keeping quiet. But the two cannot speak and they come with two different languages. It's a very serious matter for us. Now, this insurgency, did it come as a surprise? Was it a military operation? Waiting to be the gains and losses of this particular thing here. Was it a worthy move by those who embarked on it, or it was just a suicide mission? Right? This thing happened. It exposed the weakness of with security apparatus. Because imagine, guys going into the military armory, Wilberforce barracks for that matter, and then they succeed for pull weapons the day, and then they go to Pademba Road, the open Pademba Road, and then they walk majestically. They go open back the special court correctional center outside. They keep female prisoners and other prisoners. They open up, right? And then it took hours for the government put the whole thing under control. I believe this is a very big security lapse, but we have not heard of any heads rolling. We've not heard about any, because we see the August 10th situation, a whole chief of defense staff lost in job because they said the military not handle the situation how to handle them. But the question is it because he was a northerner? You see, all those questions are coming. Now you get a situation where you will get a bigger breach. They go to a whole military infrastructure. They go broke into the armory. Go broke by them away prison. Go to special courts. Work majestically. And no head has rolled so far. So is it because the president is comfortable with those who are there, and that he was not comfortable with the one who was in charge of the military for the August 10th situation? So these are the questions that people are asking, right? Now, the question is, who takes responsibility for the security lapses? Who takes responsibility? The head of the military? The head of the police? Who takes responsibility? Have lessons been learned? Have lessons been learned? Then the government communicates with we correctly, because we see a write-up by China Bar where say the government lied about a lot of things. One, about the fact that the president was in country, when according to China Bar, the president was in Ghana at the material time. But when the Minister of Information with the grand interview to the BBC, according to China Bar, he lied that the president was at State Lodge. And that even the time when China Bar did that interview, he said he didn't have freedom. And the indication according to China Bar is that even the Minister of Information, Diana, was in Ghana.
These guys are so deceptive, eh? Very dishonest people.
So what was wrong about saying the president is in Ghana? What was wrong about saying that? What was wrong about the Minister of Information saying, I am being interviewed from Ghana? Why do you have to lie? If going by what China about saying that anything for go by, right? So it's a very serious matter. They will also get a situation. I mean, we are innocent people caught up along the line. We're thankfully we're not hearing about innocent people. For example, the people that the host, they can't fire them, or somebody they pass as 3 bullet meter, we're not hearing that. We're not hearing say they go loot the people that host these houses, them, this and that and that. It was just between members of the security forces, be they in active service or otherwise. But these were gone people. It was between them. So now they know exactly what happened. So, what strategy will the government use, or the strategy of government for imposed curfew? Because we see for the August 10 incident back, the best strategy where the government will employ for quell down the situation of impose a curfew.
So there are so many questions unanswered, and government need for ensure that they give the correct information, let people know exactly what happened. Let it all work together, the government and the military work together and ensure that they give the correct information so that no doubt no go be on this issue will happen. So, it's a very serious issue, and it's good that the situation don't come for now. We're happy that we all don't go back to our normal duties, although there's still curfew. But we thank God that the situation may make people lose their life, I think they handled it professionally. The military did a very good job. They handled the issue very professionally until the assailants them, therefore repel the assailants them. So we're happy that they did a very good job so far. So we don't connect it back. Continue for stay connected. This is TDN Africa Media and the program na SALONE Talk. Mina Nakuka and my co-host na Theophilus Gbenda will join me on from Kenema. So continue for stay connected as we bring you the program SALONE Talk. Continue for listening to TDN. Okay, Theophilus, you're back.
Yes, I'm back. So I'm going to talk about the curfew, the imposition of the curfew for quell down situation. Right? We see it worked effectively for quell down the August 10 insurgency. We also see that it worked effectively for quell down the November insurgency. And then the president in statement, of course, we're not able to play them for Fambolem, but I'm guessing many of them don't listen. The question is, how presidential was the president's address to the nation on that particular matter? how presidential, right? Then, is the country sitting on a time bomb? For me, what happened, now a very bad signal of worse things to happen if care is not taken, if the right steps are not taken. So it's a very, very serious matter. Then, what is needed to be done? What do we need to do for avert a deadly repeat of this situation, Diana? So these are all questions begging for answer. And these questions are very, very serious because we believe, say, the security they under serious question. The fact, say, people that can break into the armory, they pull people on the Panama Road. It shows how Panama Road then becomes so vulnerable. I mean, that anything can happen. We not see. Some people that say it was a coordinated something, right? That the government also played some coordination role in this. But me, I find that difficult. I find that difficult for believe this because of the number of people that will die. Imagine, some soldiers died in the process. So can we call it a well-coordinated something for just go put people in a Panama Road for hide certain facts or whatever? So these are the things, Diana. Do you want to add any other questions?
Not really, not really. You self make it very clear that during the incident on Sunday, it was basically between the two factions. Whoever the other factions are, we don't know. We all be there indoors, under we bed, we don't flat that ground, But as I state, the line drop, the military, for me so far they were professional because when they repel them, they may attack them, they may do that with a face-to-face attack. Maybe the situation for me don't get worse, and a lot of civilians therefore may don't get injured or lost their lives. So for me, I think there was somehow the way they deal with they handle the issue. There was some amount of professionalism because I think they consider the fact say that they don't want to make Sierra Leoneans they get hurt by this situation. They try to push them so that they could get out of the city. Wherever they go, disappear, God knows. Because I don't really know how the people they go, Although now they say that they raid some areas, then forget hold of them, But one really go to wonder how comes this happen? Waiting really go wrong? There's a lot of questions as you said don't say. How comes that military barracks, the Wilberforce, where they host a lot of soldiers them? It's a barracks. The military, the army man that live there. They live there. So it's a difficult thing. I can be very careful for talk on this kind of issue as well, because I now let the security forces let them explain to me. We can't say much, how it happened.
Yeah, you're right. So the reason why we also they got much by this, now because if things for go to the worst, where God avert, like God says, now avert the situation.
So now Yusuf don't agree, say in everything we put God first. God can make situation get worse.
God is with us. God is with us.
Yeah.
God there with we, Diana. God there with SALONE.
Yeah.
God there with SALONE. I mean, now we leaders are not only for be God fearing. If we leaders are God fearing, then SALONE will see a lot of miracles in terms of development, in terms of many other things. There, we just need effective governance. That's what we need. So anyway, the thing is that, for example, government get for the communicate to people them. Now we know exactly what's in the right situation because just the statement by the president is not enough. We want to see practical actions being taken for avert a situation wherein, the time bomb situation when the country hang on, it will explode. So government need to take that practical action there. I don't know how they will do it, whether they get wisdom for handle this kind of situation or they just want to stay on top of things I mean, because mind you, this thing, if it not happen, and it's a test case that, I mean, with security forces, they are not strong enough there now. Let's put it that way. They exhibit weakness. The military exhibit serious weakness, right? For allow, because even the Pademba Road prison now, the deputy, the general there is a military man. It's a military man. So you get a whole lot of military deployment around with detention facilities, be it special court, be it Pademba Road prison. How comes they allow man to go there without exchanging not one weapon, not one gun exchange there now, not one gun exchange. I think that breaking into Pademba Road could have been averted. And then the man they walk back majestically. We saw them. They work majestically. They go now special court. They go pull all the prisoners already there now. It was a very serious security breach.
Who are the guy there? So what's the
according to the government, they call them renegades. They say the renegades.
And one popular name they come up at this thing when they say the guy in London, but the name they come up when I leather boots.
Which one are they? Oh, leather boots. Well, leather boots in name come up, and according to SLAJ I verify, leather boot is dead.
Leather boot is dead?
Yeah, according to SLAJ I verify.
How comes? Who's I died?
Where is that?
Who's I during this Sunday incident? This Sunday. Now this Sunday incident.
Well, me don't know whether this Sunday it died on Monday, but what me know is that
because the leather boots the leather boot in question, where me know say that a close bodyguard to the former president, and after the election, where President Julius Maada win, he therefore left the country. He left the country.
Yes.
He left the
country. So how comes he's back quietly? How comes he's back quietly? So there are questions that they all came for this mission. Whether true or not, we don't know. But what is clear is that leather boots is dead. Oh yes, of course, yeah. And SLAJ I verify confirmed it. Me, I believe SLAJ verify you. I don't know for you. I believe them.
Anyway, I know that it is not a money we can, understand. I'm so unfortunate that we lost a colleague on Sunday. It was out, Stephen Douglas.
Oh yeah, Stephen, yeah, well,
yeah.
Yes,
he left in Oz for can gather news. Then unfortunately he can't get attacked. I understand saying that the security guys they try and go 34 hospital.
Yeah, Stephen Douglas. Let's say smart about Stephen Douglas. He's a Canadian journalist.
Yeah.
We're done in a salon for the longest of time.
Yeah.
He done there for how many years? He just comfortable for dinner salon and a very active associate member of SLAJ. And he live around that Congo Cross area. He live around that Congo Cross area. And he was doing very well. He did a little corner. So they say this will happen. He just gets heart attack. They rush go to the 34 hospital, but unfortunately, he died. Diana.
Yes, it's so sad. It's so sad. I feel
He
so
died
sad.
completely.
Where I see the information now, WhatsApp. I call a colleague, a friend, where I know say he's very close to Stephen. We all don't go get a training where Stephen may conduct. We may be part of the new narrative team where we go Liberia when Stephen may spearhead. So it's really sad, I really feel bad, where I get that news.
It is very sad indeed, very sad, very sad. We can always say may his soul rest in peace.
Yes.
But then this is man. So this is now all the country can spring into that kind of unfortunate situation they are.
Okay.
If there was no insurgency on that day, I believe Stephen Douglas was still alive, Diana.
Yeah. Just,
I believe so. I believe so. So that makes
because if you may even get the attack, they forget the attention where you deserve now the hospital. You know, but maybe everybody they on the nurse they go they hide, they say they fear they go don't can go hospital, nobody can tend to them because nobody was there to ensure that things go well, you know. You know, I think we go round up on this issue. We just get a little bit of 5 minutes for just a round up. They don't issue out some names them and the police they arrest. We understand say by Mahmoud has been arrested, the APC.
Yes. So and that's it. So now the question is, where does this leave the peace dialogue communique? Where does this leave it? But according to Alpha Kanu, the presidential spokesman, he said the government remain committed to the full implementation of the peace dialogue communique. And then we see the killing of Anes Kuma in Bodyguard. I mean, we also see the raiding of the residence of Dr. Samura Kamara. Then we see that there is suspicion on the APC for saying they were behind this whole thing. So is there a bit of blood already will go affect the smooth implementation of the peace dialogue communique, Diana?
I don't know why they assume that people are there behind something. Do your investigation, do it right, and get the facts.
Yeah, but
don't assume.
Yes,
that issue is on a serious issue, not to see whether for they play with.
I know. But how comes an Escobar in former bodyguards the name they run chop on this thing? So it's a very serious situation.
So for me, let me give you more details, more evidence why they choose on them. Why? Because they said the fire inside the compound of the residents that got rich.
Well, they said they run after Angode. Yeah, there are so many reports now.
You see?
They say he was being chased. They say he was being chased and that they run go inside the compound. So they follow the inside the compound. So that make this thing what they deal with, we for deal with them carefully. So my mind is open. My ears are on the ground. So that is it. So it's a very serious matter. And Escoma put out a statement condemning what happened and then emphasizing on the killing of his bodyguard. So and now look at it again, the raiding of Samura Kamara in residence. I mean, they say about 4 truck Sudaman and policeman in Gode, although nobody was hurt, but they were asking for Dr. Samura Kamara. So who knows? Well, who knows what would have happened had they seen him? I mean,
So he didn't residence.
Yeah, go on.
He was not there.
Yeah. Well, I was trying to say he was there, but it took over.
But why they go there? What's in the one side? What's in they go do there?
Well, that's the $1 million question. But for the information, Dr. Samura Kamara was right there, but it took cover. Who said go hide? I don't know who said go hide, but he was inside the compound, according to the information we will get. Now, LAJ, not talk about that quick thing now that we run up. LAJ, setting the precedent of returning back into custody after the prison escape, Diana. What do you think?
I think that's a perfect example. You know, there's no. What side they want to go? What do they want to go do?
Exactly.
You know, you can forget to think in cap on when certain things like this happen. You know.
Absolutely.
So for me, the advice by his lawyer and I should say himself, no say it was the best thing for him to do. Sometimes maybe when president they give presidential pardon, he will be considered.
Exactly.
Now that kind of people they had president be for give presidential pardon. So what we wait and see the names the way they come up for presidential pardon.
I support you. Then the last thing, Diana, today is the 1st of December, the entry into the festive season. I know you are happy.
I'm happy that I have I get the gift of life for seeing the 1st of December, the last month in the year. God don't take me through January to December healthy. I'm not going to hospital the what. Even with the minor illness, then you're able to manage and you have to be grateful. You have to thank God because we country not get proper health system. So that's the thing that's gonna make her happy. But I'm not so excited. Honestly, that's December they come, Christmas they come. I'm not so excited. You don't know what's going to happen. The way the country they now. I always advise them about the when they say coffee now 7 o'clock if for them like inside compound. No mean say if for them at 8 o'clock. Because we're afraid. Me are afraid oh, I not like you. So me not excited saying at December and at Christmas. I just thank God because I'm healthy. You know, God don't make it possible for me for see the last month of the year.
Exactly.
You know,
Right, so
before we the round up, we want for sure the proposed Lunge Bridge.
Yes, okay. I know.
So that's not the proposed Lunge Bridge.
Yes, exactly.
Let people see the bridge when they're there for the cross for going Lunge and back.
No, definitely. We said we look forward to that.
Exactly.
We look forward to that.
So with that, we say thank you to all the listeners and viewers them for when they join me for the show today. Salone Talk on TDN Africa. Join me on Monday for another edition of the show. Till then, have a blessed weekend. Mina Diana Kuka.
And Mina Theophilus Gbenda. I also want to say thank you to the technical man at the studio. Brother TJ. Thank you so much. Till then, Tata.